Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Wherever you're tuning in from around the globe, peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Welcome to the Trillion Dollar Tickers broadcast. I'm your host, Matt Riches. All right, so let's get into this update on our Iran War 2026 watch list. But before we do that, welcome to the Trillion Dollar Tickers broadcast. I'm your host, Matt Riches. We are 5 weeks into the Iran 2026 conflict, war, and the real director has just moved the strings. President Trump has officially extended the deadline for the Strait of Hormuz to open to Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. I watch the markets, give the breaking news, and find the levels so you don't have to. The timeline has shifted. At first it was Monday, now it's Tuesday at 8 p.m. This was something that Trump posted on Truth Social today, Easter Sunday. Trump tweeted that if the Hormuz Strait isn't open by Tuesday night, it will be Power Plant Day and Bridge Day, all wrapped up into one. He didn't hold back. He ended his warning by saying, "Open the effing strait or they'll be living in hell." He even said, "Praise be to Allah," at the end of the ultimatum. All right, so let's get into these tickers on the watch list and see, had you invested when we first did the show 5 weeks ago, how much you'd be up. So this is our first, these are all on the daily chart. So this is our first ticker here, BNO, United States Brent Oil Fund. It hit all-time highs on Thursday. All right, and then this was the announcement of the war, February 27th, and then this was the first day it had gapped up over that weekend. So had you got in, let's just say at the top of Monday, like the highest point of the day on that particular Monday, you will currently be up 42.91%, y'all. That's dope. 42% in 5 weeks. That's a great trade. Alright, let's see where might price go. Since we are at all-time highs right now, it would be price discovery. So let's turn on the algo and see. Okay, so the most recent entry point was 53.99. And then the first take profit is going to be 54.77, followed by 55.55 and 56.33. All right, that's what we got on BNO. Next, let's check out USO. Okay, USO is also looking very strong. It's not by all-time highs, but it is looking very strong right now. So let's check it out. The top of Monday, so we can have a fair comparison. You'd be up 55.60%, y'all. Phenomenal. Let's see if we can find some more levels. I should have did this earlier, finding these extra levels. Actually, let's just let the algo find the levels, because I don't feel like doing it. Pretty tired, actually. For real, man. Alright, so the next entry for USO is actually very close to where we are now. The entry is 137.92. This is actually a new entry because the P&L is at 0. That means Monday at 6:30, this is wherever price is, that's going to be the entry. And then TP1, well, the stop loss is going to be at the top of this gap at 131.89. But TP1 is going to be 143.95. TP2, 149.98. TP3, 156.01, y'all. So make sure that those are your price targets. Set those alerts. And if you want to get into that trade immediately, that is a brand new signal. I'm just going to start at market open on Monday. Okay, next we have XLE. XLE hit an all-time high on Monday, March 30th. Sold off for a few days, and it has pulled back, but it's still very close to all-time highs right now. Yeah, I really should have drew some levels. See if there's any levels I could draw right quick. Had I known I was going to be drawing levels, I would have just drew them before the show started. Because I didn't plan on this show being long. So let me just knock these out right quick. There we go. Alright, that's what I got. XLE current price 59.25 to the downside support. We do got 58.45 followed by 57 and 55. To the upside resistance, we got 60.85 followed by 62.55 and then the all-time high. Let's check out the algo. We actually got a sell on the algo on Wednesday. But it did get faked out because it did go up. But it did not. It did break the stop loss, but it did not close above the stop loss. So you would be down 28 cents had you gotten into this trade. But yeah, so just be aware of that. Let's check the 4 hour and see if it's a buy or a sell. It actually was a sell back here on the 4 hour on Monday. So, yep, that's that. Next, let's go to XOP. Oh, actually, before we do that, we got to see how much you would have been up had you got in the end of February. So Monday, we taking the high Monday from these trades. You'd be up. At the high, you were up 9.64%. But currently you'd be up 2.37%. And this is an ETF, so it's not going to run like that. But anyway, XOP, current price 177.72. You've got a weekly level right here, support at 174. If it breaks that, I got 170.40, followed by 164.80. And then our consolidation zone here at 161.10. To the upside, we got the high Thursday, 182.33, and then 188. If you want one in between that, I got 184.68. All right, let's check out the algo. Same thing, it got that sell. It broke the stop loss but came back down, so you'd be down $2.87. Alright, let's see how much you'd be up if you bought it. The high of that Monday, you were up at the most 18%, but currently you'd be up 10%. Alright, next we got IEO. Alright. As you can see, I'm not fully prepared for this show. I usually do these shows in the morning where I'm nicely rested, not after work like right now. But IEO currently 122.21. To the downside support, I got 120.70, followed by 119.25, 117.80, and then we got this gap right here that starts at 116. To the upside resistance, we got 124.55, followed by the top of Thursday's candle, 155.44, 128.40, and then all-time highs. Let's check out the algo, see what we got. Same thing, the sell, it reversed, and then fell. Alright, top of that Monday, the high went up 15.5%, currently up 8%. Alright, and then the second week, we start adding these defense stocks to check out. So, let's see. Okay, so as far as the defense stocks, that Monday, it was actually the day that it hit the all-time high, and it just sold off ever since then. So when it comes to that, from the all-time high, it's actually down almost 9.5% on Lockheed Martin. So even though the war is still going on, the announcement of the war is what made this stock peak, and then it just sold off ever since. All right. So it came right down to our level here at 597.50 before finding some buyers, because last time it came down here, it found some buyers right there, as you can see. All right, let's check out the algo. Let's see. It's still in a sell. It had a sell way back here, mid-March. Check out the 4 hours, see if we got a buy on here. We did get a buy at 5 a.m. on Wednesday. It did end up hitting TP1. Alright, next let's check out Northrop Grumman. Same thing. Well, no, this is that Monday. So the Tuesday, the next day after that Monday, it hit an all-time high, but ever since then it's been falling. It fell 14% at the low, but it's currently down 9.25%. All right, let's check out the algo. Same thing, it had a strong sell on mid-March. Let's see if we got a buy right here. We did have a strong buy here Wednesday, 5 a.m. The entry was 701.67. So you can still get in this because it's only up $1.09 from the entry. Stop loss is 683.94. First target is 719.39. So that's that. That's on a 4 hour too. Remember that. All right, Raytheon Technology. Same thing. Hit the all-time high on March 3rd. Let's see how much it fell since then. It did fall 13%, but it's currently down 8.5%. All right, let's see if we got any signals on the algo. March 20th, they had a sell, hit all three take profits. See if there's a buy in here from this bounce. I did have a buy here on Tuesday, March 31st. Entry is 192. It did hit TP1 and TP2, so good call on the algo for that. Okay, we got two more people, Chevron and ExxonMobil. Alright, so Chevron hit an all-time high on March 30th, and it sold off ever since then. Let's see how much you would have made as you got in the top of that Monday. When it hit the all-time high, you was up 12%, but now you'd be up 3.93%. All right, let's check out the algo. I did get a sell here on Wednesday, but it had a closed signal here on Thursday. So keep that in mind. And last but not least, ExxonMobil. It did hit an all-time high on Monday, March 30th, and it sold off after that. Let's see, that Monday is here. When it did hit all-time highs, you were up 10%, and now you're up less than 1%. All right. Yeah. That's okay. So we got a sell here on the daily. It's back at the entry, 160.78. So the stop loss is 168. The target is 153. So keep that in mind. But yeah, that's our Iran War 2026 watch list. And the winner, the biggest winner was what? USO? Yep, I think it was up, what, 50%? If I can remember correctly. 55? Yeah. 55% right now. Alright. That's the update. The current winner is USO, United States Oil Fund. BNO coming in second. We'll be back tomorrow morning for the pre-market, where I give you Robert Greene's daily law and how it applies to investing, long-term investing, and trading. And I'm going to give you 3 support levels and 3 resistance levels for each of the $1 trillion tickers. And then I do the market open show after that, when the market opens, and we check out the price action, and I give you all the breaking news. All right, thanks for tuning in to $1 trillion tickers. I'm your host, Matt Riches. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom.